Hello traders and welcome to the channel. In this video I'm going to tell you about BlakBox. Now BlakBox is an algo that I released just over a week ago, and what I'm going to do is explain a little bit about the strategy and how it works, and I'm going to show you the results of the live account, and then I'll show you where you can get some more info as well. So let's start by jumping over to the VPS and we'll have a look at the live accounts. Okay, so here we are in the VPS. Let's have a look at the first live account then. So you can see the trades for this week here. There was two little losers, but every day was actually profitable. And you can see that it finished the week with a profit just over 6 grand. So that's not bad. If we have a look at the next account, pretty much the same story, except there's only one loser instead of two. Now these accounts are running slightly different settings. So you can see another very good week and a profit there of about 5.5 grand. Okay, so between the two live accounts, there's about 11.5 grand of profit there. So that's not bad. Now, if we jump to the demo, so the demo, the only reason it's a demo, guys, is just because I'm testing the latest version. I just need to make sure there's no bugs in it. And this is actually running on the aggressive preset, as you can see here. And it actually didn't have any losers at all. So a couple of very small winners, just above break even really. But it was an all blue week, which is awesome. Now, profit of 1,598. I think this is only a 10k demo. If I just jump over to Copilot, who did the maths for me, okay, so that is a gain of 22%. So it started about 9.5 and it's now at just under 11.6, 22% in a week on the aggressive preset. So let's talk about the strategy itself then. What is BlakBox? What does it do? Well, the easiest way is if I jump over to TradingView, I'll actually show you one of the trades that happened. So Wednesday was an absolute textbook trade for the strategy. Basically what it does is it detects breakouts and then it holds for as long as it can to capture as much of the move as possible. So the grey box that you see on the screen, I've just drawn this around Wednesday the 19th, as you can see there. So in the morning the market was a little bit choppy and sideways. At some point around here the algo detected that it was going to break out and it took a long position. Okay, it took a buy trade. And you can see that for the rest of the day, the market pretty much just went straight up, which is amazing. Now, this actually triggered a really cool feature called dynamic risk. So what I did is I extracted a load of data from the market, I gave it to AI, and between us, we kind of worked out which trades have the best chance of doing this, of just running and running and running. And what it will actually do is it will choose to risk more money on those trades. And that's what it did. So for some of the clients as well, it triggered dynamic risk on their accounts. It actually doubled the lot size and they got a really nice winner. I'll show you on the demo account. I think it printed something like 7.7% profit just on this trade. Absolutely amazing. It didn't actually trigger the second entry. So the system can trade up to twice per day. If it did take the second entry, it would have been an absolutely incredible day, probably looking at something like 15% profit in a single day, which is not bad. But this is a good demonstration of the strategy, okay? It monitors the market, it looks for some specific things. All the conditions have to be true. If those conditions are true, it will take a buy or a sell in whichever direction it thinks the market is going, and then it will hold it until a predetermined close, and it will also lock in. In fact, I can show you it locking in if I jump over to Discord. So here's the trade on Wednesday. You can see that it took the breakout around here, and obviously the trade is very nicely in profit at this point, and you'll notice that my stop loss is above the entry and it's about 5 pips above. So the system will put a stop loss above the entry in the case of a buy trade, and it will lock in that profit. So even if the market comes back down, stops me out, I'm still going to make 5 pips, you know. So it's basically a break-even day, but you don't end up negative. So once you're locked in, it's very easy to hold the trade and just let it run, which obviously was the right thing to do because, as you just saw, it just kept going all day. So that's a quick overview of the strategy. Okay, so let me explain about the presets and I'll show you some of the backtest results. So if I head over to the BlakBox website and just scroll down, so in this section here, okay, in fact, let me start by showing you the settings. So within the algo, there are 3 presets and you basically just choose which preset you want. So there is conservative, balanced and aggressive, and you can see some notes here which explain about the risk settings for each one of those. Now I'm not going to go too in depth. What I will do though is show you the backtest for the last 12 months for each of those settings. So let's just find the conservative one. So this is the lowest risk. I'm not going to go through all the figures. You can see them on the screen, and obviously you can also visit the website. So conservative is, when I designed this, I had it in mind for people with large accounts who wanted relatively low drawdown and sort of, sensible returns. So you can see a return of about 19% for about 2% drawdown. If I find the balanced one, so the balanced is sort of the middle one, about 4.5% drawdown over the last 12 months, net profit of about 58%. And then aggressive, which is, in fact, that's the live account results. Where's my aggressive one? There it is. Aggressive, much higher drawdown. That's 18.5%, about 220% growth. So obviously it's very high risk. This one, this is aggressive, and this uses the dynamic risk where it can double the lot size. It can double your risk essentially if it thinks that it's going to win big, and you can see that here. So feel free to have a look around the website, guys. There's more stuff on here. There's more information on it, and I'll also show you the document site. Okay, so what you can do is you can head over to the document site, and I'll put the link in the description. And this sort of gives you, I mean, this is very detailed. I've put absolutely everything on here. So if you're not familiar with algos or algo trading, okay, everything you need to know is sort of on here, okay? A little bit about the strategy. There's also a live results video and some of the live account results. So absolutely everything that you could want to know is on the document site if you want to go and have a look through there. One last thing that I will do is I'll take you through the back end of the website. So if you do buy, I'll show you how easy it is to get set up. So basically, if I just log in with a test account, when you log in, you will see whether or not you have a valid account number entered in the license manager. So if you click on manage licenses, it's literally as simple as just entering your account numbers, clicking save, download the algo from here, and then obviously install it on MT5, and away you go. One last thing to mention is that anyone who buys can actually become an affiliate. When you buy the algo, everyone gets their own unique link. Literally just copy this, share it with a friend or a family member, and if they end up buying the algo, you get paid 15%, so that's £150 for every sale, and there's no limits. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about the BlakBox Algo. Any questions, leave me a comment and I'll respond as soon as I can. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thanks for watching.